think it's only right and polite that I give a bit of an updated review of Launchpad. Oh, nearly tripped then. Some people are just idiots. She's in absolute stitches now. That's proof that the fireworks do not work. Not a fan of them. Hello and welcome back to Thrill-O-Matic and welcome back to another vlog from my local park, Blackpool Pleasure Beach Resort. It's the first late night riding of the season today. Now you might be thinking, Ben, you've already done 2 vlogs this year when the park has closed late. Well, the difference today is the park's open until 10 o'clock and there's fireworks at 10 o'clock, whereas the others were 9 o'clock. I'm not going to be staying till 10 o'clock because I'm not really a fan of fireworks, but I'll be here till about 9:30, getting all the latest updates around park for you all. It's been quite a bit since the last vlog back in May, including, if you spin round, Grand National behind me. There might be a video about that already out on the channel. It depends what order I upload stuff in. But yeah, that's back open. That's quite a big thing to cover today. And there's also just other stuff happening around the park as well. Stuff on the Grand Prix site. And other bits and bobs around, including on the old Gallopers site as well. So quite a bit to cover. Without further ado, let's get to our first ride of the day and first update of the day. And we'll start things off at the Grand Prix. As you can see, this has certainly changed quite a bit as of late. All this grass has grown. It's actually so much so that they've had to cut it. But yeah, you can see they've installed a path here going over to the Bradley and Bella's Learning Garden. So it looks like for now this site is going to be extended, the Bradley and Bella's garden that is. So no ride anytime soon by the looks of it, but the park obviously have got a lot of projects going on at the moment with Evictus and river caves, etc, etc. So yeah, this might just be on the back burner for now. I think it could be a good 5 or 10 years before we see something on here, but at least it's not just sitting empty and it is going to have a purpose. Maybe they'll put some tables and chairs on here, which seems to be a common thing they do. But yeah, what's he laughing at?
What's Bradley and Bella's Learning Garden? Then Bradley and Bella's Sustainability Garden. No.
Oh, I think
it's changed name to Bradley and Bella's Weeding Garden.
Oh, because there are some weeds around, unfortunately, guys, that need cleaning up. But yeah, I think it's called the Learning Garden again at the moment, but last year it did get changed to the Sustainability Garden. So it's having an identity crisis, this area, but yeah, it's nice nonetheless, and that's the main thing. Right, it's not off to the best of starts today, guys. Obviously a bunch of staggered openings this year, which is understandable with, like, you know, cost cutting and stuff. It's expensive to run a theme park these days, but there's like rides broken as well. So yeah, not the best of starts. Yeah, we've got about, how long have we got to go till Nash now? Probably about
20 minutes.
Yeah, it's due to open at 11 o'clock. So I'm excited. The excitement is building to get back on that. But yeah, we're kind of just standing out around at the moment, not really knowing what to do. Impossible seems to have a lot of lights off and stuff. She says it's been closed during school trip season because people
I don't know, there was like a wooden thing instead of one of the mirrors.
I think one of the mirrors has been broken by a stupid school kid. So
now they've shut it.
If you are coming to Pleasure Beach on the school trip, please respect the ground we walk on every week, us Pleasure Beach fans. And the ground has sat here for 129 years now. I can't believe that. It's the 130th anniversary of Pleasure Beach next year, which is obviously, I guess, like that's what Evictus is set to mark, that the opening of that. So yeah, exciting times next year. But yeah, we're just strolling through Impossible while we wait for Grand National to open. Yeah, not a lot's changed in there besides that wooden board at the start, which I didn't film, but it's just a wooden board, so not a massive deal.
1 hour later.
There we go, we've done Grand National now, guys. If you want to listen to her complaining, go and check out the review video.
Right, check out the reverse.
I think it will come on before this one. So
right, check out the reversing roles of Miss Big Positivity.
And Miss Positivity.
And Mr. Positivity. Oh no,
and Mrs. Positivity.
Okay, yeah, no, ignore that. We're not a couple, by the way.
But yeah, interesting. A lot of thoughts to say on it, so definitely check it out. I think it'll already be online, so yeah. But yeah, a Victor's site on the right. Yeah, I'm not, as I said in my video yesterday, check that out. Not doing construction updates yet, but the entire bowler drone pretty much and Planet Rock have been destroyed.
Oh, you would have guessed.
Or I should say demolished, not destroyed, demolished. So yeah, good to see progress on it. Here is your monthly clip to say Icon is running the best it's ever run. Because it is this year, it's just a brilliant ride. I can't wait to get on Helix one day at Leesburg. Like, Helix is my most anticipated coaster in the world, like literally, because of this thing and how special it is to me. And I've said all of that before. Check out my top 10 rides, or roller coasters I should say, at Pleasure Beach video that I uploaded recently to hear more in-depth thoughts on this coaster along with all the other coasters on park. But yeah, running amazingly as always today, packed with airtime and everything like that and all that good stuff. Here is your Gallopers Carousel update. It's now a seating area with tables and chairs, bit of a common theme obviously with what's going on with the Pleasure Beach ride closures. We had it with Wild Mars in 2018, turned into the hub. We've got it with this, and it looks like we're going to have it with Bradley and Bella's Learning Garden as well. So yeah, you've also got an organ over there that's playing some music.
The shutters are up now, so we can't see the organ.
The organ is still behind there because I've seen videos. You can hear some music. Now that music's coming out of the speakers there and not the organ. Hopefully we can get like the organ working with the same tunes it played when Gallopers was on though. So yeah, it's a bit louder than this is. It creates a good atmosphere over by sort of the big one queue and stuff. Yeah, it's good to have this area as purpose for something. I don't think we'll see a new ride on it because there's not exactly much space. But yeah, we're going to head on big one now. Alright guys, we're going on Wallace and Gromit. New post in the queue line. It was actually closed on Monday for like temporary like maintenance. She's looking at the poster. But from what she said, there's no new scenes in yet because you came on Thursday, didn't you?
Yeah.
No new scenes.
No, that's close.
So, yeah. But yeah, they have added some new posters in. I think it was last week. But yeah, we'll get on the ride. It's a good ride to go on. So yeah, why not? Alright, we've been on Wallace and Gromit, and yeah, there's no new scenes in there. I don't know what they did on Monday because the aeroplanes in that sort of village scene's been broken for a while. That's still broken. There was a few changes in like the shop as well, weren't there?
I don't think there were that many.
Yeah, a couple like bit of repainting and stuff.
Oh yeah, it looks like a door repainted.
Yeah,
got
door
like
repainted.
solar panelled Wallace and Gromit, which might have been there before, I don't remember.
Some new merch, yeah. But yeah.
But they've still got rid of the dog toys, which I'm not happy about.
I know. She can't scare me, and neither can Josh. Oh my god!
Well, Josh was the one that scared you.
Yeah, you do it as well.
Hey, I was a witness for a majority of it.
Yeah. But if I turn you round, look, it's really, really busy, which is good to see.
It's very busy at North Park.
Yeah, really, really busy. All those people.
Well, yeah, it's not busy over there.
Yeah, down that way it's packed. Like, what a difference having Grand National back open can make. And obviously Launchpad up there as well, that opened recently. So yeah, nice to see the park doing well. Right, obviously it's been around about, what, a month and a half since my last Pleasure Beach vlog. And I think it's only right and polite that I give a bit of an updated review of Launchpad because my thoughts have changed ever so slightly. I used to absolutely slate this ride. I say used to, it weren't even that long ago. I've had a few more rides, including in warm weather, etc, etc, and I feel like I can give it a proper review now because it's actually been riding how I've kind of been told it's been riding. Like, the rides I've had since my last review have just felt more forceful. I don't know whether that's because they modified the ride in some way or because of the weather. Probably a bit of both, because I've heard other people say that they felt it's been more forceful lately as well. seems like everyone at the previews was saying it's really forceful, then the hype kind of died down a bit around about the time I did my review, and now it's kind of got that hype back. Yeah, I've had rides where, as Josh has described, my shoulders have been slammed into the restraints, and when you get that, it is good. I think the main issue with it is the stapling, but I have to give the staff credit, that wasn't as bad today, they weren't stapling too much. Now, last week, I'm not going to give too much away because it's going to come online after this, I rode Cliffhanger at Flamingo Land, which I do prefer because it has the drop sequence, but I have to say, the shot sequence on this, when it's at its best, it is good. You do get quite a bit of airtime, but it's dependent on how sort of warm it is, I'm guessing, and how much like stapled or not stapled you are. But yeah, it's nice to have it back. It's not like the best ride in the country or anything close to that, or even on park, but it's riding well. At the moment, it's riding the best I've known it to ride, and the ride I had just then, get it in the shot, that's the best ride I've had on it. It's not even that warm, which does make me wonder if they have modified it, because I was shocked by how much airtime I got then. Slammed right against the restraints at the top. So yeah, really impressed with that. I also want to give credit to the staff on there as well, because they're always really friendly and they're always really quick at getting the ride out. So yeah, big up the Launchpad team, doing a really good job at operating that ride. I don't know what that announcement is in the background. It's a new announcement about sort of refillable drinks and stuff. And they're certainly shouting about it. So
It's like
yeah,
it's just an ongoing announcement.
yeah, it's looping over and over again. But there we go, Launchpad. Was quite impressed with that, to be honest. On to the next ride. Alright, we've just been on Big Dipper, stood here next to the Pleasure Beach map, which has been redone. There's no like Victus teasers or anything, but
Steeplechase is still
oh yeah, it's
Because it's now red, yellow, green apparently. Not red,
whereas
green, yellow.
the tracks go red, green, yellow, yeah. But yeah, Big Dipper running really well, but it's still on one train. It keeps opening late. Didn't it open at 1 o'clock on Thursday? Did you say?
It opened at like 10 to 1.
10 to 1, ridiculous.
It said it was opening at 12.
Ridiculous. And it said it's open, but yeah, it's like advertised like 12 till 4 on a 10 till 5 opener. It's not good, especially when it's on
I don't
train.
know what time it opened today, but it did say it was going to open at 11, same time as National, but I don't think it opened at 11.
But yeah, in terms of the trains, it definitely needs to be back on 2. It's packed today with about 40-minute queue. The Easy Pass queue is busy as well, with obviously all the Speedy Pass and the Easy Pass people.
It might be a bit.
Up the exit, which isn't good because it gets congested when people are getting off the ride. So yeah, not really that good at all. Here we are at the Bradley and Bella's Weed Garden.
What?
Named by yours.
It's
This
Bradley
one?
and Bella's Weeding Garden.
There we are. As you can see, it's still full of temporary fences, obviously because of all the construction going on at the Grand Prix site. Yeah, it looks very different to what it used to, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a great view of the fountain and obviously all the construction going on from here. So yeah.
Still can't get to the fence though.
No, you can't.
Can't get to the bench over there.
Nope, that's a shame. You used to love sitting on that bench.
Yeah.
Oh, nearly tripped then. That's staying in. I tripped on like the, I'll point to it guys, one of the them things at the side of the temporary fence.
It's getting like very tight.
That was so your fault.
It's getting very tight.
So her fault.
It's getting very tight, so guiding's very difficult.
Yeah. that would have been
Guiding is very difficult.
that would have been a disaster. Nearly dropped my phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we are. Nice view and all that. Hopefully they open this up all soon. We have actually left this area of the park since the last clip, but we need to have a chat. Pleasure Beach. Basically, we went to go on Icon after leaving here, and we went into the Easy Pass queue and noticed it was quite long. It was sort of queued outside, partially down that bit, running adjacent to Grand Prix, past sort of the Enzo entrance, so it was quite
still
far.
like that at the minute.
Yeah, it's still like that at the minute.
Obviously.
As you can probably see behind me. Oh, it's probably in view now, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Give up. It wasn't moving, there was no train moving or
Like,
whatever.
there was no train that came in for a while.
No.
And the audio turned off, so we
It
thought
turned
it
off
broke.
yeah, we were assuming at this point it had broken. People started leaving and then we left, like, and we sort of got far enough back where you can sort of see that turn into the station, and then we noticed that there's only one train on the ride, and it's the Enzo train.
So
There's 8,000 people on Park Pleasure Beach. What the actual, in Icons, bloody hell are you doing?
because that's only like 12 people per cycle, like
Yes,
not
12 people.
Not accounting Enzo.
Yeah, not accounting Enzo. That's 12 people per cycle. It probably takes about 3 minutes between dispatches. Like, what, a minute to dispatch that train probably? And the ride's about 2 minutes. Why, I dread to think what capacity that is per hour. Whoever made the call for that to happen, seriously just get in the bin, mate, because Dipper's on one train, Nash is on two trains. There's so many rides on reduced capacity. Are you seriously telling me that both non-Enzo trains are broken?
It can't be, surely.
I don't know how truthful this is, but I've heard that Icon was on 3 before. It was on 2 as far as I'm aware when we were doing it.
That's
but
probably right.
well, so what's it done? Gone from 3 to 2 to 1? There's no way 2 trains are broken today.
I doubt it's been on 3
What
today.
the actual hell is going on? I want an explanation, please and thank you.
A lot of people are leaving the Icon Easter Festival.
I'm not bloody surprised. They'll have to close that at 7 o'clock today. There's fireworks going on at 10. We'll end up with a 3-hour queue at this rate with how many people are here.
The maintenance team might be already like on the carriage, we don't know.
I hope to God Blackpool Pleasure Beach maintenance team, if they are needed, pull their weight and sort them trains out,
They do
because
usually, like,
Icon on one train is ridiculous and should only be done on very off-peak days, especially when it's only the Enzo train that's on. Just had another ride on the big one behind me, running very well today, I have to say, but we need to have a little chat about mobile phones on rides, because both times today in the station there's been an announcement put out because someone's had the phone on rides and obviously remind people it's strictly forbidden. There's no excuse for it whatsoever. A, bloody common sense. B, there's an announcement on the station telling you that you're not allowed to take any mobile phones or recording devices out on the ride. And 3, there's a lot of signs to your left, to your right, everywhere. I'm telling you now, right, if you would even ever consider taking out your mobile phone or a handheld camera or just anything on Big One, you are a bloody idiot. You deserve to have your phone smashed to pieces and crushed, and you deserve to be banned from the park. There we go. There's my TED talk. Yeah, some people are just idiots. She's in absolute stitches now. But yeah, and obviously like GoPros and stuff, it's just not allowed here, so just follow the rules. As secure as they might be, like just follow the rules, because you're just going to get in trouble.
Icon's back on 2, by the way.
Icon's back on 2 trains, so maybe there was a problem with that other train.
Good on the maintenance team.
Good on the maintenance team. They heard me. They heard me over there in the garden. They've got it sorted. That's 2 trains dispatched in about a minute, so it's clearly on 2 trains, which is absolutely great to see. We have behind me a really good ride, I'm now prepared to say. But instead, we're going on another ride behind me. You know what? I'm turning back to face that because it's about to dispatch. But yeah, we're going on Valhalla. All because the only reason we're going on it is because Josh wants to compare the drainage to Storm Force 10. It's a rather bad UK park called Drayton Manor. I've never been on Storm Force 10, so I can't compare, but apparently the drainage is like a lot better than Valhalla. And for that reason, I'd be more willing to do it than Valhalla, even if you get the same amount of wetness on your top half or whatever. But yeah, because of that, we're going on Valhalla. We don't do it as much as we used to because it's not as good as it used to. We did it about 3 weeks ago though. But yeah, it's not been running well, Valhalla, this year. It's been very unreliable with its effects. Last time I did it, all the fire was on, but there was a lot of other stuff broken. I just lost the love for it I had in 2023 because it's got wetter as well. It's just not something I want to be doing every week, getting soaked. But I mean, we've had worse weather, and it is a long park opening today, so like I am more open to doing it in these circumstances. And like, let's face it, like after all the trouble they went through with this refurbishment, are they really going to refurbish it again? Probably not. Like, a lot of people are beginning to speculate that Valhalla is a ride that could potentially be on the chopping block now.
It's going to be a good couple of years.
Yeah, it'll be a good few years, but eventually they will just cave in and go, that's it, it's going. But yeah, so I guess you've got to ride it while you can, haven't you? So I've been more annoyed to have been dragged on Valhalla, but it's one of those rides I can take it or leave it. But let's get on it and see what happens. We've got no, like, Ben, shout out roller coaster with us today. He'll always take them for the team and do front with Josh, because they always insist you put 2 people on front if you're on a big group. So yeah, I am kind of dreading this now. I don't think I've actually done Valhalla this year yet, where it's been just us 3. Me, Josh and Danielle. So yeah, like, it's only like my 4th ride on Valhalla this season and we're in July. Like, 2023 Thrill-O-Matic could never, but here we are, 2025, and that's where I stand with Valhalla. Alright, we've just come off Valhalla. I think it's going to be another 2-month break or something. If we get a warm day, I'll do it. Yeah, problems on there that they should have sorted out in tech rehearsals once again. The weight distribution of the boats, I don't know what it is, but they just always tip to one side when the weight's heavier on one side than the other. And then the drainage is some of the worst I've ever known. At the top of the first lift hill and second lift hill, you normally, like, get a wave at the front left, sort of comes over, but that came over the entire boat. So there was that much water in the boat, or whatever, the weighting was wrong, so that was unpleasant. So I already had a soggy bottom at the top of the first lift hill, which isn't normal. I think most stuff was working in there. The fire at the end was working.
The ring wasn't.
No, the ring wasn't, but the rest was. Yeah, just sort the drainage out, please, Pleasure Beach. Probably one of the wettest rides I've had on it again, really, in a while, especially because we're on 3rd row.
Which is meant to be the driest row.
Well, the hammers weren't on. So, yeah, the hammers weren't on. I dread to think what it had been like if they were. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to Jason, though, who is a fan of the channel. We saw him on Pleasure Beach Express before. He did Valhalla a couple of times with a poncho, and then took it off and did it poncho-less the 3rd time. And I tell you now, you don't want to be doing Valhalla poncho-less unless it's like 30 degrees, because not pleasant. But yeah, shout out to him. Like, I was buzzing because, like, I'm guessing he would take one and do front, but we didn't even need to in the end, which is typical. In fact, me and Danielle were actually going to do back, and then he wanted to do back because it would be drier, because obviously he didn't have his poncho. Interesting. We're smashing out that launch pad cycling guys behind you, by the way. Yeah, I don't know, I just don't really feel the love for Valhalla that I used to. The fire's good at the end, but, like, when the boat drainage is that bad and the weight distribution's so bad, it's just not really that enjoyable. Yeah, like, if those things were better, I'd probably be inclined to do it more.
Anyway,
still good for the UK. What do you have to say, you?
I said it on closing day last year, and I'm going to say it again. Hashtag please fix the vortex.
I didn't think the vortex was that bad. It wasn't that bad. It was one of the drier parts of the ride.
I think it was worse on the right side than what it was on the left.
Who knows? But yeah, that's Valhalla. Who knows when we'll be next back on that in the vlog. Depends when I next get dragged on it, I guess. Alright then, we've just been off part 2 Bentley's Chippy, which is always a laugh. I always have fun in there. And while we were going off park, went to collect our Pleasure Beach season passes, physical passes for 2025. We obviously have our season passes digitally, because how would we have been getting in the park every week for 5 months? That would have been expensive. But yeah, nice design on them. I think it's the same sort of design as last year, really. Not going to show you the other side because it has my details on. But yeah, all you need to do, go to the circular desk in the middle of the bottom floor of the casino building. You need to go onto the Pleasure Beach app, or just have your season and pass number to hand, and give it to the staff member, and they'll print off your physical pass. But yeah, got a couple of hours left now, just enjoying a nice luxurious ride on the Pleasure Beach Express, as we always like to do.
Big words.
Always great fun. Not quite filming shots weather today of coasters, but still just nice relaxing thing to do nonetheless. Alright, we're just miraculously being on the big one. We went in the East Pass queue. We did Icon beforehand, by the way, which was brilliant again. But yeah, basically, they put like 5 to 9 on our card because Icon had quite a big queue. And like, we're going in the East Pass queue, don't realise at the time. And then the people come out to like close the big one at 20 to bloody 9.
I don't
20 minutes.
I don't know if they're going to close it.
Well, they look like they were, like 20 minutes before it's due to close. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. Sorry guys, my phone storage just got full, so I had to delete a bunch of stuff. But yeah, basically, as I was saying, big one, it looked like they were going to close it early. We're in the East Pass queue. Like, we'd already gone in when it looked like they were going to do that. We had 15 minutes on our card because the guy had put 5 to 9 on an Icon because it was quite a big queue. And yeah, so we ended up waiting in big ones like East Pass queue for 15 minutes basically. We just had to hold out, and it was awkward because there were people trying to get past and stuff. But yeah, sick of these fireworks, man. I don't like fireworks, never been a fan of them really. And like, it causes so much faff when trying to get on the last ride of your day, because half the time we close it early, which you shouldn't be doing today because the park's filtered out a lot. That's proof that the fireworks do not work. Not a fan of them. We'd rather have the Twilight Thrills where it closes at 9 o'clock, because half the time the South Park rides close later then than they do on a late night riding. Like, really not a fan. But what's your opinion, Danielle, on what I just said?
So, yeah, like, I don't know if like they needed like 4 times, but like, yeah, again, like on Towers do it like 3 days in a row. But like, if they are going to be like cross-cutting, I don't know if fireworks is the best way to go.
I don't think it's the best way to go. Definitely not.
But like, hopefully these ones have a theme this time, unlike last year's.
Yeah, last year's that were done on the same Saturday, same week, didn't have a theme. Well, I honestly hope, Danielle, that they're dreadful and like not very good.
Wow.
And that you have a terrible time and wishing that you were riding the big one in the pitch black. Say that. That's another thing. It's not even going to be bloody pitch black at 10 o'clock. Look at it out there. It's barely started going dark yet.
Yeah, we're not. It's going to be.
It doesn't make. Why are they doing fireworks in July, Pleasure Beach? Like, at least do them in April when it's going to be dark.
Like maybe the first like change like this, what, like the April and this
September one as well.
Yeah.
And then maybe like a couple in August, maybe, but not July.
I'd rather have like this even split in August, so with like fireworks and Twilight Thrill, so
yeah,
which there is this year, so.
But yeah, not a fan at all. I'm going to be leaving in half an hour with a sour taste as usual on these late night ridings. I've always had a soft spot for the Twilight Thrills. My favourite year for late night closes at Pleasure Beach was 2021, where you had like, they were open till 10 PM and you had no fireworks whatsoever. And then I think it was 2022 they started bringing it back again, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm always grumpy at this time on a late night riding in a vlog. You've probably noticed, and this is why. And nothing's ever going to change unless fireworks stop. And there we go, I'm back home. Not a lot to report on. After the last clip you saw, we continued to sit under Gallopers for a bit, sort of just wasting time away, to be honest. But then we realised that we had no time on the Easy Pass card, so managed to get a last ride of the day in, thankfully, on Launchpad. And once again, what have they done to that ride? Because, again, it just topped every other ride I've done on it. That was probably the best ride I've ever had on it. Once again, it just seems to get better and better, which is absolutely brilliant. I was disappointed with it at first when it opened, but it's a really, really good attraction now. But yeah, it was certainly an interesting day on Park. As you saw from some of the shots I took earlier in the day, it was really, really busy mid-afternoon, but honestly, the park sort of started to filter out really towards 7 or 8 o'clock. And I think the reason for that is because people would have obviously been going around all day and seeing the opening times for the rides on the boards outside, and obviously noticed that all the big rides on South Park were closing at 9 o'clock, ready for the fireworks, and it wasn't going to be dark enough to see the fireworks properly, so they just thought, I'll get my final rides on the big coasters in, about 7ish, get them done in time before they close, and then I'll head off home because there's going to be no point staying for the fireworks. So, as Danielle was saying when we were sat on the Gallopers, I really think these July late night ridings are just pointless. They're obviously bringing people through the gates. The park was really busy. Obviously, the late opening times are getting the footfall, but I don't think the fireworks are, at least at this time of year. And to further emphasise my point about the park being really quiet towards the end of the day, when I was exiting the park at 9:30, the car park was dead and the promenade was an absolute ghost town. There was no one about, so everyone had just had enough and headed off home, I think. So honestly, Pleasure Beach, I know times are tough at the moment financially. You'd save so much money, in my opinion, by just scrapping the July late night ride-ins. Sure, make them twilight thrills, but we don't need late night riding and fireworks. Keep the couple that you have in August and maybe introduce one in September and one in April as well at Easter when it's darker at 10 p.m. when the fireworks take place. Honestly, if it was me, I'd scrap all the fireworks dates altogether, but I'm trying to be unbiased and realistic here. But there we have it. It was great to see all the updates on park. Stay tuned for future content, and you can always keep updated with regards to that on the post tab on my channel, as well as on my social media channels as well. Particularly, I don't use Twitter much anymore, but Instagram, follow me at thrillnet_. I obviously do have my personal Instagram as well. However, that is private and restricted only to people I talk to and close friends, really. So if you want to follow me on social media, you really want to go to my Thrillnet Instagram to keep updated there. And one ride we didn't cover too much in the vlog was obviously Grand National. However, my full review of that following its reopening is now online on the channel, so to hear all my in-depth thoughts, check out the video on the right side of your screen. Click the icon on the left side of your screen to subscribe to the channel for more things theme park related and beyond. I'm Ben, you've been watching Thrillnet, and I'll catch you again soon.